I am Shane McCoy, the Director of Quality and Technical Training with Wil-Kil Pest Control. So they are trained to protect honeybees and all pollinating insects. They do that a couple different ways. This past weekend actually, I was all these flowers around my house and I was looking at some bumblebees that were pollinating. And when they're actively pollinating and actively going into flowers, that's when technicians are trained to stop. You cannot treat plants with active pollinating insects such as bumblebees and honeybees. Also, they're trained to more stay lower on the base of plants. Even if pollinating insects such as honeybees are not in the area, we stay low on shrubs, and that's where the spiders are, and that's where the crawling insects, the crickets, and that's what people don't want to have around their house. And that's what they're trained to do, is stay low and stay on the structure. Another thing they're trained to do is we never treat homeowners' gardens. They have vegetable plants and herb gardens. That's where a lot of the pollinating insects are. They're out there pollinating all of our fruits and vegetable plants, and technicians, we never treat any gardens. A couple of our pesticides, the classification of neonicotinoid pesticides, they actually, on the label, they have a B box. So they actually give us and our technicians further instructions on what to do if honeybees are actively foraging. So right on the label, we just follow that label to make sure that we are protecting pollinating insects such as honeybees. So periodically, honeybees swarm. So what happens is the queen the queen has failed, and they'll actually leave their cavity, leave their nesting area, and sometimes they land on places that aren't very good, such as on a fence or maybe on some type of other structure, or it could even be a playground equipment. So those honeybees, they are basically, it's called swarming, but they're only going to be there for a couple days. So sometimes, but it is kind of scary to see a whole bunch of honeybees. Just know that they're going to be gone within a couple days. So you don't have to eliminate that population. You don't have to try to kill that population at all. Cordon off the area, make sure children and other people aren't around, and those honeybees, I promise you, are going to be gone within a couple days. Just let it go a couple days and they're going to be gone. So I think the biggest misconception on pesticides is that we just blast the area with pesticides, and that's not what we're doing. So we want to perform targeted applications. We train our technicians to perform targeted applications for the structural pest, the ticks, fleas, mosquitoes, spiders, those structural pests, and that's not where pollinating insects are. So we're actually targeted applications, low areas, shrubs, right around the house, the base of the house. That's where our structural pests are going to be, and that's not where pollinating insects such as honeybees are going to be.